Bentley. Finna got in the gently. Ain't been friends with these. Cause when I was down, I so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm out like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Oh, he's going to take it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Get set. Got it.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working from the gun. It's Breeze. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there. And now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. That's complete to Meredith. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Breeze to throw again. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Now, Breeze again. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And that is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 11. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Mahomes now on the sneak. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. They run for it with Hunt. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. With a first touchdown of Super Bowl 53. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Easy. 21.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. Shotgun now for Breeze. Going up top. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Fielded just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
It's the linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
339. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They're going deep for Hill. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll toss it to Hunt. And Hill running right through it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
They run with Hunt, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. Going to need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. A toss play to Hunt. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And Butker able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this.
Ready? You ready? 21. Get set, get set, get set. Ready, get set.
Breeze to throw on second down. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. On first down, Breeze. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Breeze now to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Again, it's Breeze. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And going deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 52 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Cameron Meredith the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So we've come upon halftime here in Super Bowl 53. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the halftime show, quite a spectacle, but it's back to football for the 2nd half of Super Bowl 53. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel. Yeah,
they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Pass incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And going deep for Hill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Breeze now on 1st down. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
He's going to get it running right. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
23 yards on the play. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And that's caught inside the 30. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 56 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. The Chiefs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Going deep here for Watkins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watkins, the intended receiver. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game in the fourth quarter. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
21.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. They find some open field here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage. They've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The linebacker, Junior Gillette, in on the stop.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. On 3rd down, it's Hunt. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Mahomes now on first down. Buying time to his left. Looking for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. On first down, Breeze. And fights him off. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Crayvon LeBlanc with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one. This is caught inside the 15. They give him a gain of 38. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game,
and they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Breeze now on first down. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out. putting it on the receivers. Make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Ready. You ready? Monday.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs. You see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.